It's Monday, June 13th. I'm GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Welcome to the National Outlook. We're closing in on the middle of the month, and oil stories are raging. The oil companies are confident in our leaders that they'll do right by them. Hess confident government will maintain lopsided contract. Tells investors of states' support for faster oil production. I was listening to John Hess on his 51-minute program, the CEO of Hess Corporation. And I'll tell you, the man, when he started to talk about Guyana and Guyana's oil and what Guyana means for his shareholders, he was like one of those preachers that you see on television. I mean, you couldn't stop the man from talking. He just kept going and going. Guyana is so good to him and his company. Guyana is such a great find, the best in the last 20 years. Worldwide, the biggest oil discovery anywhere in the last 20 years. And John Hess was proud to share that with Wall Street, with the American public, with the European public in his presentation. And I'll tell you, the man has good grounds to do so. He's confident, and he talks about sanctity of contract. Sanctity of contract is sacred. It means a lot to the oil companies. But there's always the other side of this story, which is what I want to put before you now. When the PPP government, when the PPP was in opposition, its manifesto and its leaders came out and said, President and Vice President at different times, we're going to deal with that oil deal. That oil deal is bad for Guyana. The opposition really did a criminal thing there. That is so. Indeed it is so. But that was during elections and after inauguration. And now here we are in June 2022, 22 months later, I think, counting from August of 20, and nobody's talking about that anymore. The President and Vice President are very comfortable of leaving that alone. No wonder Mr. Hess is so confident that his contract will stay in place. And we're not talking about changing the contract, we're talking about all the other things that could have been done. The government speaks about house lots and jobs and handouts, a lot of things that came out of its manifesto. And I think those are good things. Those are things that it should talk about. But the biggest thing that its leaders should be talking about is about how to squeeze more out of the oil companies from our rich oil. They're not talking about that. They're dodging, they're ducking, they're dancing. You can trust them. Not me. Don't look at me to do that. You can trust our leaders. I don't trust them. I don't trust the foreigners. I don't trust the white man. Because I was on the inside with them for years, decades, and I was on the high side with them. So I know how they think and how they work. And that is what is hurting us now. That is why we can't get anything, because our leaders are fearful of confronting them. I'm GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Thank you for listening to the National Outlook.